Okay, y'all, Tony's right. I did my long 20-minute video about AWP, just talking about it and stuff like that, and my thoughts on it. You can check that out. I know the attention span, because I look at analytics, so don't try to lie. I know attention spans is short. I know people want like 5-minute videos, but bear with me anyway, or not, whatever. It's your prerogative. So you can, yeah, do that. Anyway, I went to, this is not one of the books in there. I went to AWP, which is like the biggest, essentially the biggest damned publishing event for us in the US, in terms of like having a bunch of presses and journals and all of that stuff there. It was March 4th through 7th, so it has just passed by the time you see this on Monday, March the 9th. And yeah, I went. I'm a student. I'm a third year at a university here in Baltimore where it took place. Next year is Chicago. And I got quite a bit of books. I got like 18 books. So I'm going to show you the books that I got and hopefully remember the presses that I got it from. So yeah, let's get started. So the first one I got is Ain't Country Like You, Abigail Clayson. This is from Digging Press, and it's there. So it's their chapbook winner for Digging Press. And so really cool. Started talking to the lady about submissions and submission cycles, and because of my thesis, I was like, well, when I finish, I want to put an ISBN. If I expand it, can I do that? And all that kind of stuff. This is a reason why you need to go to the thing, because you can ask people questions. So this is the first book that I got. The good thing about AWP was that like a lot of places were discounted. The places that I felt like they should have, I'm like, you bring that shit down. Like, bring that shit down. It's a conference. We understand you want to make money, but you need to bring this down. Your book shouldn't still be $30. Shut this shit down. This was $10, right? Most people were selling things for $10, $15, $20. Some people were doing deals. Like one place that I went to, they did 3 for $20. Another place I did, it was the last day. They were trying to get rid of that shit. They said 6 for $20. They said, bitch, take all of this. And then I ended up getting 2 for free from that place because some random lady was like, you want my tickets? And it was get a book free, and she gave me 2 tickets. And I was like, hell yeah. So I got 2 books for free. So I ain't even had to pay for 2 of them. 2 of the books in this pile. Anyway, 3 of the books in this pile technically, but one of them I was like, why are you here? Why'd you get a booth here? Anyway, Digging Press, this is the book from them. And pretty much all of these are all basically poetry. Next is Lost Originals Poems by Mary Jo Salter. I've heard of Mary Jo Salter more than once. But this is from Washington College in my state, in Chestertown. So they have like a printing press kind of thing. And child, why did they had a book. It was her book. It's the same title and stuff like that, but it was hardcover, and it was like made like book bound. Like if you learn how to bind books, it was like that. And I was like, yeah, I want this. Yes, girl. He was like, that's $150. I said, girl, no, I don't want this. No, thank you. So I ended up getting this one, which is $10, and I really love the design. That's another thing. I bought a lot of books to consider design, because I mean, I have to design my book and I'm pretty much done with a lot of the elements on it. But I really liked this. Like, I like this. I like just considering design. But anyway, I wanted to read this. And this writer is local. So that one. This is from Ugly Duckling Press. I got Palm Lined with Potence by Basie Allen. Got that. I have never heard of Basie Allen a day in my life, as far as I'm concerned. So got this book, again, considering the design elements. of things. And just stuff to read post-graduation, because, you know, post-graduation kind of thing. So, got this. Ugly Duckling Press. That was like $20. I do not like the design of this, but there we go. And this is another thing. You'll notice if you're into design, when it comes book design specifically, you'll notice publishing houses that are terrible at this, and you'll notice ones that are decent at it. You know what I'm saying? So this one, not that great at it. But I'm interested in learning languages, and I like that it is essentially Spanish English, so it's translations into this. Yeah. So this one's pretty okay. The only thing is I just don't, you kind of learn what not to do in design. So this is something I would say not to do in design. And it's like, I'm not even a big designer, but like what not to do in design is something like this. The book size is not bad though, given for what it was. But yeah, got this one. I did pick the price $15 for this. This one was a free book, and it was from some people who were like, had a booth, and I was just like, why do you have a booth here? Like, are you a printing press for real? Like, are you just wanting to get your shit out there? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just was like, maybe they need to curate the people a little bit better, because I feel like there's no way, and it's not because of the religious take. I don't care about the religious take. I don't really give a shit about that. I think it's just, is this press really pushing for, like, I would have, if this press was devoted to Sunni Islamic poets or something like that, I think I would have received this a lot better. Like, I just took the book because it was free, but I think I'm like, you're not adding anything to this space. Like, you're wanting to explain your religious like persecution or your religious beliefs, but that's not this space. This space is actually about publishing and publishers and being a published writer. This isn't the space for this. But if you had Sunni poets, like I said, that makes a lot more sense, right? Like, because the words and stuff can be very beautiful and you can still get the point across. But this just felt kind of more like Jehovah. That's so rude. But Jehovah's Witnessy, when like you're going to the door and they want to knock on it and they're trying to hand you the, what is that thing called? The Walking Dead or something like that? The Walking something. The Walking something. The Watchtower. Something like that. That thing. They want to give you that. And it's like, that's not this space. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there's that. Anyway, I went to Perugia Press and got this collection by Corey Williamson, Sweet Husk. I really like the design of this cover. I really do. I like the back too, but I really enjoy that that cover. So yeah, really like it. Yeah, so just really like that. So this was, I think this was 15 or something like that. Maybe it was like 10, I don't know, but it was on sale because it's normally 18. But yeah, got this from there. And then the African, what is it called? What are they called? It's on Brown's campus, the African Poetry Society, something like that. I forget. Hold on. African Poetry Book Fund. There we go. Yeah, it's because it's on Brown's campus, and I met the guy who was from there, and I was like, I know you're from up north, because I follow you guys. And so he recommended this book. He was trying to sell me the 6 pair, but it was $25 for 6 of these in like a collection or whatever. But my bank had already started flagging my account because I was making so many purchases. So by the time I got to him towards the end of the day, it was kind of like, oof, I didn't spend too much. Because again, I got 18 books. So there's that. But we started talking about my thesis collection. I was explaining what it was and how it was structured and stuff like that. And towards the end of the conversation, he recommended this collection specifically to like think about my collection. And I was like, okay, cool. So I bought this one from them. So it's the African Poetry Book Fund. They're based out of Brown University, and they do a lot of good work for this. So this is the poet he specifically recommended for me. It was like, I think this was like $20 or something. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, $14.96. So most of the places had discounts. The places that didn't, who you think you are? You're at AWP. You know what I'm saying? I got these two from Unicorn Press, if I believe this correctly. So I got these two. This is Griot's Keepers of the Story. This is high bun only, and high bun is a very interesting form because it incorporates like prose poetry and haiku, and so it's like a block of text at the top, and then the haiku ends the poem. And so this is what it looks like, but they're all black like writers, right? So yeah. And so I'm excited to read like their stuff because high bun was one of the things that I wanted to try for this collection. I just never got around to it. I never got around to it. So yeah, that's Griot's Keepers of the Story. Then I got Chioma Elliott at Most. And so this is their book. Cover designs really were something that that got me like a lot, like, you know. So if it looked pretty decent, I like bought it, you know what I'm saying? So this is from Unicorn Press. They were pretty cool. Had pretty cool books. These three came from Bull City Press. They're based in, I don't know where this is based in, but this one is based in Durham, North Carolina. So they got this. Got three of them, 3 for $20. They're kind of smaller ones, chapbooky kind of books, but I really liked the designs of them. So this one is Tiana Clark. I also have Tiana Clark Scorched Earth, which is the size of my book that I think that I'm going with, and I really liked it. And so I saw this one and got it. I think they had the book of one of the teachers I had in college. I didn't get it though because I liked the works of these a little bit better than hers, but she was a big inspiration for me when it came to stories. In her class, I was introduced to Amy Bender's, I think it's called Off, and that story stuck with me for like a decade plus, and I couldn't remember her name. I knew it was like Amy something, but I couldn't remember her name, and I just figured out her name like last semester in the story. So that class and that teacher was very influential for me. So yeah, ended up getting and she published with this publisher. So yeah, ended up getting Tiana Clark's Equilibrium. Just looking in there. Like that. And again, very big on trying to see design elements. So there. And then we have American Cave Wall Sonnets by C.T. Salazar. Really like the size of this book. Really like the cover of it. It's really, really enjoyable to like just look at. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. And I just like looking at the type choices that people are choosing, you know, like they just, yeah, like really nice. Really just nice to think about. So, get on there. And then this one is How the Water Holds Me by Tariq Lathune. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah. This is nice. This is nice. Yeah. Yeah, so got these. I got these because I thought that they were really good. It looks like they have chapbook competition because it says a chapbook competition. I like chapbooks. I like shorter works. I think chapbooks is where it's at in terms of books. I think they're more approachable, and I think that people like them a little, you know. This one I got from the Ivy Bookshop. The Ivy Bookshop is kind of a really well-known bookshop here in Baltimore. I think it's right. It's outskirts. I don't say. So this is Unbecoming Gretel by Lauren K. Allen. So it's kind of like a hand-bound book. Right, you can see the stitching there and stuff like that. I learned how to book bind a little bit in one of my classes. Girl, I can't do that shit. But yeah, and then it has this nice etchings on there. So it's really nice. This was like $10 because the lady couldn't find the price, and she was like, I was like, ah, okay. Like, what's the fair price? Like 10? I was like, yeah, sure. Like, sure. Like. So got that, and yeah, this is kind of what it looks like. So got that. Okay, then I got two from, oh Lord, let me see. Hopefully I can find them, because I got receipts for all this stuff, and they were sending me receipts all day yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know. Boo! I forget what press this was. Ugh. I do not remember the press. Do not remember this press. And I think it was, yeah, I think it was because, yeah, it got sent to my phone and I'm recording from my phone. So I really don't remember the press for this, unfortunately. Oh, is that here? It's on the book. Thank God. Sundress Publications. Now I do follow them on Instagram. Anyway, so Sundress Publications, I got these two. It's so funny because I bought the book from the booth, and she was there, and so she ended up signing the book. So I got it from her. Florence by Bess Cooley. So she signed this book. And so I was like, okay, cool. And then I have Where My Umbilical Is Buried by Amanda Goldman. I'm so sorry. Anyway, there's that. So yeah, got these two. Then I got these from Red Hen Press. Red Hen Press at the end of the day says 6 for $20, bitch. Get it. So I didn't get 6 for $20. I got the 2 free because the lady gave me her random tickets, and I was like, sure. And so they took them, and I got 2 free books. But I got Many Ways to Say It by Eva Solitis. And then I got Instead It Is Dark by Cynthia Hogue. And lastly, from Green Linden Press, I got this book, which is Lunette. It's two brothers working together. One is writing the poetry, one is doing the photography. And I got this because I'm really into ekphrastic responses, and visual pairings to poetry and things like that. And I just kind of wanted this. So got this book as well. And yeah, this one was, I think this one was like the full price of $20. But yeah, so I got this. So yeah, that's that. And then lastly, I don't remember where I got this from, but I got this, oh, I did forget. I got I don't know where this is from. I would have to look at all the stuff. But I got a broadside of Terrence Hayes' poem. She walks right in, she walks right out. So this is the most expensive item for what it is. It's a broadside, and it was $20. So normally it would have been probably like $35 or something like that. Anyway, this is what it looks like. It's handmade paper with like denim elements or something like that. Like I think they may have like put the denim on there and done some things, which you can see here and here. So I got this. Was just kind of interested in broadsides and stuff like that. And then I got another broadside for free from, it was a university press. I can't remember, but they gave me this and I was like, this is very lovely. And I can look up whoever this person is in the future that I am like, this is just a very well done broadside, and I enjoy this, and I think that it's beautiful. Other things, I got some swag from Tri Quarterly. I don't know if I follow them or not. And then, oh, I have to say this. I went to a table from a lady who self-published her stuff, and while I applaud that, and I got a bag from her, I'm not going to show because, you know, I don't know the mysterious ways things work. May get back, then I don't know. Anyway, I'm not trying to cause ruckus. Anyway, what I understand when people talk about AI and writing things like that, and I can tell you I absolutely detested the fact that she had AI covers for her thing. So I refused to buy a book because I just didn't feel comfortable buying a book. But I just noted that, and I was just like, wow, like, it's kind of ridiculousness. Like, you're at one of the best events, and this is what your book cover looks like. It wasn't a bad looking book cover, but it was just little effort put into it, and I just kind of didn't like it. I think I got the thing from here, the broadside, not the one with Terrence Hayes, but the other broadside from here. Yeah, I got some cards from places like Abode Press. I follow them. Perugia Press. I bought the book Cornhusk from them. Chesapeake Writers Conference. I got some stuff from them. Pen Parentis. Place from there. Then we have Wintergreen Women's Writers Collective. A random for book This is Ugly Duckling Press. Thing. You can see it. The Ivy Bookshop, if you're interested. This is another one, KimbiliaFiction.com. They do a lot of writing retreats and stuff like that. So the lady was there, was like encouraging me to kind of like apply or whatever. Punctum Books. This is what they have for their tables. Some people didn't have anything. They just left stuff and they didn't show up as they didn't represent themselves. Networking for Writers, the insightfuleditor.com, the networkingstudio.com, Art Res, residencies for artists, the Newman Artist in Residence Program. Okay, so that's something. Trying to see if there's anything. Jane Freeman was there. She's a heavyweight in publishing, if you didn't know. She was there and she was hosting like a panel as well, I think. So there's that. I got this from Carnegie Mellon. They were cool. They were nice. This is a boat again. If you are Caribbean, the Neville Dawes First Prize Emerging Caribbean Poets from Calabash. I would check them out. Then we had, this one was kind of interesting, Hellbender Gathering of Poets. They're more eco-poetry, based out of North Carolina. Listen to Your Skin Press. The Northern Ireland Residency for Writers and Artists. Sundress Publications, they have a retreat. Fineprintpress.org. Obsidian. They've been doing work for, I think they said 50 years, something like that. Yep. Founded in 1975. GoFreeBooks.com. Who's this? This is Digging Press, the place that I got one of the books from. The University of Nebraska Press. They also were doing the African poetry. So I got that. Delaware Division of the Arts, which I just picked this up randomly. And then I had, is it anything? Digital preservation of stuff, all that kind of thing. That. Furious Flower Poetry Center from James Madison. Really enjoyed this. It looked really nice. And then Bond of a Nation, Nick Frost, Promise of America. Anyway, so those are all of the things that I kind of got, like things. Yeah. Is this a sticker? Or is this a sticker? Oh, it is a sticker. Okay. Anyway, we love you. Kind of sticker. And then Elm Wisteria Editing. I just picked them up. Anyway, that's everything that I got. Books and whatnot. Oh, fine print. I don't know where this is from. But yeah. And then I got the Writer Center magazine, which is based in Bethesda, Maryland. Yeah, this is everything I got. So this is the books. I wonder if there's going to be a thumbnail of this. But yeah, all right, that's it. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.